Hello, it's me. I've been gone for a long time. I know. And if this sounds bad, I'm gonna be super ticked. Because I'm about to read a story for you guys. And I really don't feel like doing it again. Okay. But first, a few updates. I'm sorry that I have to do these in every story video. You guys probably get really annoyed with me. You know, those of you who stay. But what I was going to say is, soon there will be another channel where most of everything that I'm about to do will go, and everything that I'm going to do in the future, like, you know, the future, not anytime recently, or close. And where most of my projects will go, and it'll be a collaboratory channel. I think that's the word I was going for. I'm sorry, it's 11 o'clock. Okay, but it'll be a collaboratory channel, and so if you don't see the stuff that you want to see from me on there, remember to come check back every other week here or so, because that's when I'll be posting. I don't know, I don't have a set schedule. If I had a set schedule, you guys would be a lot happier, I bet. Because it really doesn't take that long to post these videos, like, honestly. But the thing that I'm about to read to you guys is 3QUESTRIA. I'm about to read it on my own. We have had this project, me and a few other people, on a social media app, oddly enough. And if my parents ever find this, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? But it's a project that we've been working on for almost 5 months, probably closer to 3 or 4. We've been working on it since the beginning of summer, when I found the project and I found the friend to do it with. I'll leave a link in the description to the channels that I can find that they have, because those will all be on the collaboratory channel. Everybody will have access to it. Everybody will be able to do what they want. So if something happens, though, I'm going to have the email. I'm going to be the only one that knows the email address, I think. I don't know. It'll all get worked out, I promise. So I'll leave those links in the below. I'll also leave a link in the below to the story that I'm about to read on this channel, the channel that you're probably here for. It'll just be me this time. I'll try to do some different voices or something, try to, you know, switch it up a little bit. There are some not so good words in here, so I'm going to try and use some equestrian lingo to bring them down, and if not, I'll just try to add in a yay or something. I don't know. You guys don't know me. You guys don't know my life. That's a joke. Please don't take that seriously. But no, honestly, I'm going to do that, and then hopefully sometime in the next month or so, I'll get one with a friend, like with a collaboration. She'll be doing the female voices, and I'll be doing the male voices and the narration, because you guys have seen how well that works out for me so far. And yeah, that'll be that. And I guess I'll tell you what the story is. I'll leave a link in the description of this. And here goes. The story is 3QUESTRIA by MLP Flashlight. I'll leave a link to his profile also, because you guys should definitely go follow him if you want to catch updates on this. It's chapter 1. And here's the thing. 3QUESTRIA. A human finds himself in a strange new land and is taken on an adventure with a strange mare. The author's note says, "This is one of the first stories I have ever written, so sorry if it's bad. If I had done anything wrong, or if you see any grammatical errors, please let me know below. Also, constructive criticism is welcome." Anyway, here's chapter 1. Enjoy. So that means, guys, don't feel ashamed or embarrassed to tell him what you did wrong or what there is wrong. Just let him know, and I'm sure he'll fix it, unless you're making stupid comments. Okay. So I'm going to start here. It's about 1,000 words long, the first chapter. And depending on how much time I have left in the 20-minute episode, I will maybe read all that he has, maybe not. Okay, here we go. My eyes open slowly as I begin to wake up. I take a long look at the surroundings and realize that I am no longer in the small gray apartment that I was supposed to be in. Well, One thing's for sure, I am definitely not in the city anymore, I said to myself as I looked into the open blue sky. At my sides were a few hills, green as ever, and in front of me was a dense forest, and that as far as I could see was pretty wide. What the heck happened after that flash? Why can't I remember anything? Where am I and how did I get here? There were far too many questions running through my mind, dying to be answered. As I began to regain my footing, I noticed that there was something sticky attached to my rear end. I reached down and tried to examine the item. It was clear and reddish and quite jiggly, I might add. It appears to resemble a strawberry jello. I bent down and took a look at my hoof, and sure enough it was strawberry jello. Wait a minute! A hoof? I yelled. Just what the hey is going on? I stood up, finally. I continued to examine myself and found out that not only did I have hooves, but I also sprouted a tail. I tried to raise my hand, or a hoof as it is now, and sure enough there were furry ears. I began to panic, unsure of what's happening. My heart begins to race, and my breathing gets faster and faster. Then that was when I heard her. I turned around and found myself facing an orange and golden yellow mare trotting towards me. "Hey, you squished my jello tower!" she yelled, and before I knew it, she was leaping at me. Left? Right? I didn't know where to go. Oh, yay! It's too late. I was already pinned to the ground. Great. Just great. A pony jumps on me and pins me to the ground. This is going to be one hay of a day. I look up to the figure now sitting on my chest, or so it seems, mumbling something incoherent. I was very much confused at the moment. I just laid there, frozen, unsure whether or not I should move or stay still. "That took me forever to set up, you know," the angry mare said. Unsure of how to respond with her retort, all I said was one word. "Oops?" "Oops? What do you mean, oops? That's all you have to say for yourself after you destroyed my super awesome jello tower?" I gulped. "Well, sorry, miss, I didn't mean to." "You know I ought to bite you for that," she said, and with a nom, she bent down to my forearm. Doesn't really hurt, I guess, but seriously, what is happening to me? I stare at my oh-so-dangerous attacker. All I really wanted to do was get up and flee into the forest, but I needed answers. Just how to get back to my apartment? If this was really another wild dream, and if so, how can I wake up? I laid there for a good 5 minutes or so, thinking and asking myself questions that I could not answer. I snapped out of my thoughts and realized the mare was still biting me. I guess she must have had enough and grown tired when she rolled off me and said, "You sure are one tough cookie, being able to survive my mighty bites." Ha, she called that a bite? I stared at her, and the longer I did, the more I realized how serious she was with her statement. So it was supposed to hurt? "Nevertheless, you have to pay me back, you know. There's 20 bits right there. Jello isn't growing trees, you know." "Bits? What are bits?" "Don't you have some bits in your saddle pack over there?" she asked, holding out her hoof, to which I assumed was supposed to be pointing at something. "Saddle pack? What saddle pack?" I looked in the direction she was pointing and saw a strangely familiar pack. It was a light brown in color and made of what I think is canvas. I trotted over to where the bag was located and took a look at what's inside. The bag was a canteen pillow, a blanket, a box of matches, a sack, and a short sword. The sack contained more than 100 gold coins, which I assume were bits. I guess that's what she wants. The mare looked at me and nodded rapidly. Well, that answered my question. These are, in fact, bits. I quickly counted out 20 of the gold coins and passed over to the mare. "Hey, miss, I'm really sorry for squishing your tower thing," I tried to say to apologize. "No problem. You pay me back and I can always make another," she said. Wow, I thought. The mood sure did change quickly. "Sundrop, but everyone calls me Sunny." She raised her hoof up. I reached out and shake it. I tried to introduce myself, but I just could not remember what my name was. I kind of forgot my name," I chuckled nervously. "What the hey? How do you forget your own name? Even I remember mine. Did you really fall that hard?" "Well, I guess I did fall pretty hard." "Well, I'm just gonna call you Flashlight then," she let out a sigh. "What? Why?" I couldn't help but ask. "Because your cutie mark is a flashlight, you dummy," she giggled. Cutie mark. I followed a line of sight to what led to one of my flanks. It was indeed a flashlight. Do I seriously have a butt tattoo? Alright. Okay, guys, that was the first chapter. I thought that went pretty good. What do you guys think? You won't be able to tell me. Not until after this, and I probably won't check the video for another day or so. So you have a day to respond, and if I don't get any views or respondations or anything, then, you know, that's fine. You guys don't like what I put out. That's absolutely fine. I don't like what I put out either. But I do it because some of you actually come back to watch it. I always get at least 7 views. So I'm going to go on to the next chapter, just real quick. Because, I mean, there's 3. I might as well try to finish it, right? Okay, I have 10 minutes left, and then I only took like 5, so this should be good. And here's another author's notice. This is one of the first stories I've ever written, and it's all the same that he had. And he says, anyway, here's chapter 2, enjoy. Okay, here goes. Sunny and I chatted until the sun began to set. I said my goodbye to her and turned to walk to the forest, but before I could, I was abruptly stopped by a hoof on my shoulder. Are you crazy? It's the Evergreen Forest. You can't go in there. Huh? Huh? What do you mean, huh? You really aren't from around here, are you? He says. Calm down, it's just a forest, and I'm not afraid of the dark. I say, trying to reassure her. You know there are timber wolves in there, right? You know, the wooden beasts that tear apart ponies? She said with a mocking tone. Oh, yeah, I knew that. I say, trying to recover my pride. I may be a pony now, but she may also be a pony. This is a really dangerous world. What did I get myself into? I turn to the opposite direction and spot a park bench a few yards away. I point over to it and say, well, that's the spot not taken, right? What? A park bench? I saw how many bits you had. You could just rent a hotel room. Seeing as there's no portal back to Earth, I'm going to have to prepare myself for the worst. I might be stuck in this pony world, and who knows how long I'll be here. Well, I'm trying to save my money. What's the worst that could happen? I say, and as if on cue, the rain came pouring down. We arrive a few minutes later at a 2-floor cottage. In the distance, I see a large village, one that I feared was Ponyville, a place of kindness and fun. At least that's what Sunny told me. Sunny opens the door to reveal a small living room that was made up of a small couch and coffee table that was placed in front of the fireplace. Well, I guess you... Sorry guys, messed up. I'll read it again. It goes, well, I guess you could stay here for a couple of nights, but you're gonna have to sleep on the couch, alright? I really don't have to stay, you know. I'm sure that'll be alright, I try to reason. Yeah, sure. And freeze out there? It's gonna be winter in a couple of weeks. I really didn't want to stay. Not because the place was bad. Heck, this place is better than my apartment. But because it just didn't feel right having a stranger help you out in such a big way. Are you okay letting a stranger in your home? I asked curiously. Nope, but you seem like a nice guy. Besides, I'll be taking this, she says, grabbing my sword. Hey, I yell. And I also have this, she says before placing a collar around me. Hey, what the heck is this? I shout as I try to shake it off. Don't worry, it's just a safety precaution. You're a stranger, remember? Besides, even though I locked the leash stairwell, you still won't be able to reach the bathroom. Should be able to. What kind of sick joke is this? Before I could say anything more, she ran along the upstairs. I let out a long sigh, so I tucked in my tail and fell asleep. I wake up to the smell of freshly cooked pancakes. I haven't had pancakes in a long time. But before I could even move, a thick blob of sugary, sweet syrup pours down my face. I try to wipe off as much of it as I could, but I only ended up spreading it more. I look back up again. Who the hay staples pancakes to the ceiling, I say. They were really hot, so I stapled it up there to cool, Sunny replies. What the actual heck, I thought. But then again, it's not my house, and I don't want to get kicked out, so why question it? I spent my breakfast taking off pancakes from the ceiling and eating whatever I could salvage from them. After that, I headed to the bathroom and got washed up. It took a lot longer than a normal shower to get the sugary sweetness out of my coat. It's really weird going in and out of a shower without worrying about your clothes. Hey, when can I get this darn thing off? I ask, raising up the collar and leash. I guess if you want to go outside. I was going to build a rocket ship today. You want to come? Sunny says. Really? A rocket ship? So ponies ride rocket ships now? What the heck do I got to lose? We walk a bit down the road until we hit a trail that leads into the Evergreen Forest. Hey, I thought you said we weren't supposed to come in here. I say a bit nervously. Don't worry, this trail is laced with magic that repels timberwolves. You might still want to be on the lookout though. It may repel them, but it does not protect you, she says. The trail then led to a great grass opening with a small lake nearby. Off to the side was a large treehouse. Cool treehouse, but I thought we were going to make a rocket ship, I say as I lead up the ladder. Sunny just replied with, Yeah, I know. The toasters are up there, though. What toasters? Before I could reach the top, a giant mass of shining appliances rained upon me. There, we got our ship parts. Let's get building, she says dramatically. How in the world do you make a ship out of toasters? I began to think that Sunny really may have more than a few loose screws. It was really cute, though, watching Sunny roll around the grass trying to bite toasters to death. How do you even get this many toasters? I imagine her holding out some of their pony and biting them of their toasters. I climb inside the treehouse, and this time to see what's going inside. There's a telescope, a mini fridge, a microwave, with a few sheets of paper and some pencils. How do you even get electricity here? However, at the corner of the treehouse, there was a ladder that led straight down into the tree trunk. I'm not really sure if we should be going down here, but I think at the bottom of the tree trunk was an amazing sight. An entire underground cave made up of different crystals from rubies to emeralds. Around the room were random metal objects too, and many tools. I guess this was Sunny's workshop. Just then, Sunny jumped down here too. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, pretty neat. But you gotta promise not to tell any pony, alright? I can probably see where she's coming from. This hidden place is probably her happy spot. Everyone has one, right? A place to just wind down and relax. In fact, mine needs to be my local coffee shop. Alright, I won't tell. Great! Was the last thing I heard before coming in contact with another toaster to the head. That was chapter 2. I don't know if that was significantly shorter. No, it was about 5 minutes. Alright, so this is the last chapter. It's about 100 words less. Yeah, you can see the difference if you ever get on here. Alright, his author's notice. This is chapter 3. Enjoy. As I should have expected. Alright, this is the last chapter that he has. It's nowhere near done, so if you want to hear the rest of the story when it comes out, just, I don't know, leave a like or something. I don't care anymore. You guys don't really have to do anything. I don't mind. I'm not one of those YouTubers. I'm not that big. Do check out our new channel, though, when it comes out, please. Alright, chapter 3. After Sunny finished up whatever the heck she did with the rest of the toasters, she finally decided to come up into the treehouse. Yo, what's up? I say this up on his news box. Ah! I read it in the wrong voice. Hold on, I'll go back. Yo, what's up? I say this up on the juice box. Nothing much, I guess. Launch 14 was another failure. However, this time I didn't catch anything on fire besides a single tree, she says gladly. As crazy as she is, I'm glad to see her so happy. Time went by as we played a couple board games, and soon after the night had got snuck up on the forest. Oh shoot, it's already dark out, Sunny says. Let's go home then, I whine out. Are you mad? We can't go out now. We'll be torn to shreds, she says. I look down... Sorry about that. I look down and kick a hoof at the ground. By what, I ask. How many times do I have to tell you? The Timberwolves. They come out at dark, Sunny explains. Oh, right. The beginning of winter had arrived, and with that not only comes cold, but also longer nights. I sighed as I look out the window into the night sky. I guess we were going to have to stay here for the night. Sunny and I decided to her crystal bunker. We started a small fire in the old style heater. The place was well equipped with furniture and appliances in case we were to stay here longer than expected. It had a small kitchen, a living room with a couch and radio, and a small bedroom for what I guess was before Sunny stayed late. Hey Sunny, I'm gonna hit the hay net before being interrupted with the click of a collar being placed around my neck. Do I really have to wear this, I ask? Yep. Good night, Sunny responds before hiding away in her room. Wow, this is getting out of hand. Am I a pet or something to her? I ponder a little bit more before falling asleep. Cold. I sit up slowly and give out a little shiver. Jeez, it's cold. I should probably check if it's morning yet. It's hard to tell when you're underground. I was immediately pulled back. Yay, caller, I say in a hushed voice. I circled around the couch until I get an idea where I could go. For now, I could only reach the restroom. I sighed as I returned to the couch. How much longer until Sunny would wake up? I sunk down deeply into the woolly blanket she had given the day before and tried to think of the things to do. I decided rethinking everything that's happened so far would probably be a good start. Wake up in a weird yay world just about sums it up. Maybe I was having a really bad trip. I mean, seriously. A world with talking ponies? Just then I hear a loud cry before being tackled from behind. Sunny and I both crashed into a cold carpet that laid through this underground house. The fall didn't hurt. It was actually pretty funny, I guess. Good morning, sleepyhead, she cried out. Ah, the warmness. Sunny's body sat upon mine. I suddenly came to a realization of what was just happening. I could already feel the heat starting in my cheeks. Oh, good morning, I quickly replied. As awkward as I felt, I don't think Sunny felt the same as I did, and I hoped she wouldn't come to the realization either. However, she suddenly hopped off, leaving my chest bare and cold. It's winter, she laughed. And with that, she began hooting and hollering while running around the room. Man, this mare really is spontaneous. Sunny wrapped her hooves around mine and threw me up. Yes, finally time to get out of this hole. I shook my head in disapproval as Sunny uncollared me. The whole thing was really stupid. Nevertheless, we began to leave this crystal cavern. Before we left, Sunny tossed a scarf over me, and, might I say, I looked rather dashing. As we began to ascend up this Upward, the air began to get colder and colder. Did it snow 20 feet while we slept? But as we made it up to the treehouse and took a long look out of the window, sure enough, it had. Whew, snow! It had been a long time since I had seen the cold white powder. Sonny and I climbed down the treehouse's ladder into the soft white powder below. It was so deep, and cold of course. It must have snowed up to 6 feet because we both immediately sunk up to our necks. The cold snow, oh how cold it was. We began shuffling back to the path that Sonny somehow managed to find. How did she even know where we were headed? My hoof shivered as it sank to the ground with each step. In the distance above the treetops, there was smoke rising into the cloudy sky. As we turned on, I soon realized that it was coming from the chimneys of the ponies in the honeypot. The end. Just kidding. That is the end of the 3 chapters that he has posted so far. He's got to get a little bit of support and a little bit of time to post some more. So you can't really blame him if you really want to read this. I'll leave it in the description, or I'll try. I know at least the people in 3QUESTRIA will be here to listen to this, so they'll probably be really proud of me for doing stuff. I don't know. I'm the only one that's actually attempting to do anything. Yeah, so check this out, and check out the channel that I'm going to make soon, probably tonight or tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, after I get my stuff that I have to do done. And, yeah, I'll leave a bunch of links, and hopefully you go check them all out while it's, I don't know, just try to follow along. I probably should have said that at the beginning. I'm sorry, ignore that last part. Whatever, I don't have an actual outro, so I'm just going to end it with this. Bye-bye!